Non-technology founders will quite early on realize that in order to have a technology business, you need someone to build your technology project. In most cases, this involves commissioning someone to write some software for you. You'll probably end up hearing that you need to outsource that software development to a software agency. Now, there isn't anything wrong with outsourcing, but by default, founders appear to be told that you should give this work to an agency that is based overseas, and there are some things wrong with that approach. So we call that process offshoring when we give a project to an overseas agency. But there are masses of hidden details underneath the surface that you really need to understand. Over the next couple of minutes, I'm going to tune you into one of the biggest differences that's really hidden. We can think about outsourcing agencies as belonging to one of three strata, and you can align those to socioeconomic and geographic boundaries. For the simple reason that building software requires a human to sit in front of a computer to type in code, and the wages that you need to pay that human are themselves stratified. So a software developer in London will earn substantially more per year than someone with the same skills and experience working in Mumbai. And this fact isn't so much baked into the price as it is actually the price. It's the majority of the cost you're paying. So you can either outsource to a Western country, so the UK, the US, the Five Eyes countries plus Western Europe, or you can outsource to countries in Asia, India is a classic example here, or South America or Africa, or you can outsource to countries that sit in the middle, the most developed market of which is Eastern Europe, Poland being the classic example here. Keeping the numbers rough, you will pay £80 per hour for the UK and similar countries, £50 per hour for Poland and similar countries, and £20 per hour for India and similar countries. The danger is here that most founders stop digging when they hear those headline figures, and those headline figures are true to within boundaries of accuracy suitable for an illustration such as this, but there is a load of detail missed in headline numbers. By far the biggest difference is that outsourcing agencies in Western countries operate on a consultative basis, whereas non-Western outsourcing agencies operate on a staffing basis. The analogy that I would use here is that using an agency in, for example, the UK is like if you wanted your house refurbished, you might go to an interior designer who will visit the premises, learn about what you needed, learn about what you like, and design for you the perfect bespoke interior and implement that design by sourcing and installing the furniture and sourcing and managing the contractors, not in that order, but you get my meaning. That is a consultative process. The alternative is you go to IKEA, and whilst the product is good, the objective of IKEA as a business is pile them high and sell them cheap. So you will get a result, but no one's going to hold your hand through that work, and as a result you may get what you asked for, but the result may be crap because you don't know things that an interior design consultant does. The big difference is that a UK agency costing £80 per hour compared to an agency in Poland costing you £50 an hour is that you're paying £30 an hour for consultancy. As a founder, you are operating in full-on experimentation mode. When you start to build your product, you do not know what product you will ultimately end up with. That is what starting a business is. The core process of finding product market fit is trial and error around what your product does. As you learn more about what your market needs and as you try things out, the product will change. That means a consultative approach, even though you will pay more, is safer because it's more closely aligned with your experimental nature of what you're trying to do. You will manage out a lot of the risk. A good consultative outsourcer will tell you when you're making bad decisions. A staffing-based outsourcer that operates on a non-consultative basis will just build whatever you ask for, even though you cannot realistically know what you want from the outset. This is why so many founders lose all their money when outsourcing their first MVP. The outsourcer will diligently sit there and build you a chocolate fireguard or a glass hammer if you pay them to do so. Realistically, there's a lot of agencies in the UK that offer a hybrid model where they can do the consultancy bit that comes at a slightly higher cost, but a lot of the development work is done through an offshore partner. That might be a decent middle ground, but again, you've got to know to go out there and look for it. As for whether if you want a staffing partner, you choose one in Asia or in Eastern Europe, and again, you've got that $20 versus $50 approximate cost difference. Sadly, that's a subject for another video. But if you don't have time to go and find that video, I'll give you the quick TLDR. You should prefer to pay more and nearshore your solution to Eastern Europe. So let me tell you a secret. I have something called the VIP program, or the Very Important Founder program. There's a link in my bio where you can go and sign up. And when you do, you get access to free training, ebooks, checklists, exclusive content, all manner of resources that help you as a non-technology founder start and grow your technology business. Why don't you nip over to my bio, follow the link, sign up, and I'll see you there. Thanks for watching.